here, especially for the ones that are hearing about ChainDustry for the first time. I'll be introducing ChainDustry here, and I'll also talk about everything ChainDustry related, and then give you a small and brief welcome address, including a small lecture on types of education which is supposed to enter your mind, and then help counsel some people on their choice when it comes to the tech career or tech skill that they want to focus on, and then financial levels, because most people are taking this for financial literacy and of course for financial improvement. So I'll also give you information about the ChainDustry Academy training, and after that we'll have time for observations and questions by the students, and then we'll close. So we'll make this very brief and fast as possible. But before we begin, I need everybody to go to app.chaindustry.io. Let me see if I can share the link here. On the ChainDustry general chat, sign up on app.chaindustry.io. So that's our app where users can do simple tasks to earn reward, and over time we are going to have a platform that is going to include where users can do simple tasks, even if it is development tasks, all forms of tasks to earn rewards as we keep on going. So please, let's begin. I don't know if my network is smooth. My internet keeps disconnecting and connecting every time. Same thing. I think there is a failover to Starlink. It's not acting like this on my other laptop. It's different. But here it's reacting badly. So let's start.
Is this task done on Telegram?
Sorry, what did you say?
Please, I'm asking if the tasks are done on Telegram.
They are done on ChainDustry app. So the ChainDustry app includes all forms of tags, whether it's on Telegram, Twitter, all social media tags. So you can do it and then submit. But there'll be time for questions and not now. So first of all,
Okay, to download it from Play Store, right?
no, please ignore that. After the whole orientation, you can now ask me your questions so that there will be no interference. So please, first of all,
Okay, thank you.
and please, nobody should mute again. Let's just see how we can save time, because we have already taken a lot of time trying to set up the internet. So first of all, I want to tell you about ChainDustry. ChainDustry is a web service platform where users are connected with partners through different ways. So we connect users to partners through different ways. Our academy is one of the ways, and at our academy we train you to have a tech skill, and then we connect you to partners at ChainDustry servicing, that we have services to provide, and then you can use your tech skill to connect with them and earn money. Also at our academy, we teach you how to use your own tech skill to earn money from the internet, that is Web3 particularly. So we're happy to have you here, and we are going to take you on a very long journey. Your training is going to last for 4 months, but then you are supposed to do internship with ChainDustry for at least 11 months after your training. In fact, during your training, you're already on internship with us. So it's more like a 15 months internship with ChainDustry, where the first 4 months is focused on intensive class and intensive learning and intensive specialization on different tech skills. For those who will be going into blockchain development, it will need more time. Of course, it will need more time, and blockchain development guys spend at least 6 months practicing, learning, and then at least 1 year practicing. So theirs can last up to 18 months, because it's a whole lot of work to learn, understand, and make use of blockchain development to earn. So we start from teaching you and helping you to learn more effectively, and then you start earning as time goes on. So on ChainDustry, we have four important sectors. The first sector is ChainDustry Academy, which is what attracted you to us today. Some of you must have been attracted through other sectors. But the first sector here is ChainDustry Academy, where you can acquire tech skills that would enable you to be relevant in future, because tech is taking over so many aspects, or is being integrated in so many aspects of life: education, banking, healthcare, and so on. So we need tech experts, people that are tech experts, to fill up this space, to become the versatile people, even after their school certification, that will make use of this technology to solve human problem. So due to N is what you see on my screen here. This is how it looks: app.chainindustry.io. You sign up and you come over here to do simple tasks. The task that is actually the sector that is actually really active on ChainDustry due to N is engage to N, where you can engage on different partner stacks. Sorry, my internet reception today is quite bad. I think Starlink rain is about to fall in my environment, so Starlink is not smooth. So you do some of the tasks. The tasks you have started will be here in progress, and then once you have submitted, depending on whether it is accepted or rejected, will show up here. So this is not a do to end call, and it's just to tell you about this. And for you to sign up, just go to app.chainindustry.io, and then you'll be able to sign up, and then you start doing your task. Once you have reached at least 500 CDSP, you will be able to convert your CDSP to crypto. Like right now I have 1400. I can paste my wallet address. Make sure your wallet address is correct, and then paste the amount. You can withdraw more than what that is, assuming I want to withdraw my entire balance. So if my entire balance is worth $14, I can review the conversion, and then it will queue up for the admins. Once you make your withdrawals in the next 24 hours, your withdrawals will be handled, and then your money will be received in your wallet. So that's how it works. We are still developing the app. There are a lot of features we will be adding in May, and we'll be happy to retain you guys as ChainDustry community down in the academy and at do to end. We also have another aspect of ChainDustry known as ChainDustry investment, and of course we also have other aspects. Oh, my internet is going to really is working. On that MTN back. My internet is really going to distract, because I use Starlink, and where I am now, rain is falling. It's about to fall heavily, so the cloud is disturbing Starlink efficiency. So I need to switch back to MTN. Just be patient as I switch back. You can observe it's currently disconnecting and connecting every time. So I might be breaking if you are still hearing me. Alright, so I'll be switching networks shortly, and please let's see. Let me switch it up. Alright, we are back to MTN. Actually, Starlink is a very good internet service. It has a very fast downlink. The uplink is also not quite fast as the downlink, but it also has its own shortcomings. The disadvantage is that when rain is about to fall like this, or snow in areas that is snowy, the cloud becomes a cluster of, and once that happens, there is no clarity. So even MTN was having a little bit of issue, so I'm switched to Airtel. To survive in a country like Nigeria, you need to be fighting with different internet services. I don't know if everybody can see my screen again, because I know I've been disconnected and I'm connecting back with Airtel.
No.
Alright, I'm sharing again. Is it sharing now? If it's not sharing, I think I might need to leave this meeting and join again. Oh my god, internet. Like all three internet that I have today is not something else. So I hope you can hear me again. And my screen is broadcasting. Please, that's the part I really want to be sure about so that everybody's following what I'm saying. Okay, it is broadcasting now. So I was still on the topic about ChainDustry, and I've discussed about the academy, a little brief about the academy, and also a little brief about ChainDustry due to end. I've also talked about ChainDustry investments, which helps us to get collateral from our students that are coming to learn at a tech skill at ChainDustry Academy. You know, you are going to be learning the tech skill on loan, so that's how we mean for free. So on loan, meaning that during your internship with us, your 15 month to 18 month to 2 years, it's actually 15 months to 2 years internship, 15 months to 24 months internship with ChainDustry, depending on how long and how fast you learn and how long you want to be with us. And for some of you that will be very good, ChainDustry is going to retain you and you'll be working with us as a contract staff, because we have both permanent and contract staff. Depending on how good you are at ChainDustry, will retain you, and we'll also be having a lot of recommendations we do for our students in different tech companies. And aside this, we are going to be teaching you how to get these jobs on your own, because it's a lot of work to recommend a lot of people. But if we teach you directly how to find these jobs and how to get your own recommendations, it's going to be much more easier for us. So ChainDustry investment takes a minimum of $10 from our students and exterior investors and other people that are interested, even in our staffs, to invest in startup pre-sales. And there are pre-sales in Web3, like more like a seed investment in Web3 that can do 10x, 20x. So the best way I can explain this to you in simple terms, especially for the people that are very new to the Web3 ecosystem, is imagine when you were going to the university or tertiary institution or secondary school, but let's use the university for example. You spent 1 million naira on your tuition fees, okay? And when you were paying your tuition fee, your school tells you that your tuition fee is not going to, let's say your tuition fee is a total of 1 million, and the school tells you in 4 years, 5 years, you are going to spend with us to do your course. We need you to pay at least 300 to 400 or 500k, depending on what they need to invest and get good returns, to pay that amount, so that we'll use it as an investment principal on your behalf. And when we do use that as an investment principal on your behalf, it's going to help us get some ROI, and this ROI can be used to clear your tuition fee of 1 million naira. So let's say for example, you now give the school 200,000 naira in your total of 5 years as a commitment to prove that you are going to clear off your tuition fee of 1 million naira when you are done with school. And the school makes investment. The school invests in agriculture, real estate, whatever. But at ChainDustry, we invest in digital assets, startups, Web3 startups all around the globe. There are different companies from China, UK, US, launching different projects, different Web3 projects that we can invest in their seed round, which can possibly give us very high return, especially in the bull market. But in the bear market, we don't open these rounds, okay? The bull market, the rounds are quite favorable to a lot of investors, both retail and institutional investors. So when we take this investment, we invest in that. So assuming the school used to take a certain amount of money as principal to invest for you, and at your graduation you must have spent a total of 200,000 ahead of your tuition fee of 1.5 or 1 million, depending on the course you are studying. So the school now says, okay, the 200,000 they gave to us has generated uh, about 2.5 million naira in the last 4 years or 5 years of your studies with us. So you were owing us a school fees of 1 million. We are going to take our 1 million from your 2.5 million ROI, and then we are going to return 1.5 million naira to you as an empowerment for you to go and start your business or practice, or enable you to start your life as a graduate in Nigeria. So that is a very good system of education, because if you are taking a little piece of the institution fee to invest in the economy of Nigeria, in agriculture or things like that, and it's raising ROI, and we use it, they use part of the ROI to reimburse and empower students, to reimburse the tuition fee and empower the students to start their life. I think human capital development is going to be on a high side in Nigeria if this system is adopted. So this is why we are doing this at ChainDustry. We want to assist you. We are looking at getting your tuition fee between 15 months to 2 years of you being with us. And of course, as somebody who is hardworking, I've seen a lot of people ask me questions. How about after my training I don't earn money? After my 15 months I don't earn money? Are you planning not to? Because if you are planning not to, there is no need taking the course, because it will be useless to you to sit down and receive all sort of information and lessons from ChainDustry, but you choose not to practice. You only make the money when you practice what we have shown you. A lot of people will just be receptive, they receive, and mental laziness, because some of them are very physically active, mental laziness would make you not want to try. But I need to announce to you early enough that this take is going to be hard. It's going to mentally stress you. You are going to suffer. You are going to go through a lot of stress. School doesn't really allow you to use your creativity. So some of the people here agree their creativity is really down. But in our case, when you are practicing what we have taught you, practicing how to sell yourself as a tech expert, how to sell yourself as a tech person at entry level, intermediate level, expert level, whatever level you'll be when selling yourself. When you're practicing how to sell yourself, you need to use your creativity. So if you are used to the normal process where somebody teaches you that 1 plus 1 equals to 2, you decide that anytime you want to get 2, you only do 1 plus 1. But I want you to know that with your creativity, you can do 1 plus 0.5 plus 0.5 equals to 2. Different routes in your own way, but still gives 2. So we want you to see results. We'll teach you a bunch of things. We have so many instructors at ChainDustry that will teach you a bunch of things. But then you need to apply these things in your own way, with your own creativity, with your own intelligence. I solely believe that every human being out here in the world is very intelligent, but intelligence level differs because of the level of exposure, level of work that is and effort that is being put into a certain thing. But the intelligence is there in every human being. So the moment you start to get the exposure, the moment you start to put in the work, and you notice that your intelligence level is also going to rise. But when you are mentally lazy, the intelligence level might never come. Okay? So please, it's not like you can't do it. You can do it, but it's going to be hard. But no matter how hard it is, it's also very rewarding. And I think that's also the consolation that you should have. It is very rewarding. I used to see myself as an example for anybody coming into tech. I started my journey without even a mobile phone. I used to borrow mobile phones, and I eventually got myself a mobile phone, a laptop, and I kept on pushing and pushing and pushing. So what excuse do you have? Because most of you that registered on our database for the academy, we had 100% yes on people that said yes, I have a mobile phone. The journey has been 6 years for me currently, and I have done a lot so far due to the aid and the economic decentralization that is happening in the Web3 ecosystem. So Web3 makes it possible for even a nobody, somebody that you might not even dream to do certain things, or might not dream to be at a certain level. Web3 makes it possible for you to be at those levels if you are hardworking, if you put in the work, if you put in the time, if you put in the energy to do it. You are definitely going to see results. But let me tell you, before this result, it is going to be hard, and you are going to suffer. All right. So please learn to enjoy the suffering. The only way you can enjoy the suffering is when you build passion for what you are doing. Passion comes with love. Well, so when your passion is there, passion will keep you going, because when it gets hard, you want to quit, you want to stop, you want to sleep, you want to rest. Of course, all those things are necessary, rest and sleep, but then you shouldn't rest forever. You shouldn't go out of the way forever. It's passion that will keep you in this ecosystem. It's passion that will keep you here. It's passion that will keep you going through when it becomes very tough and tight. It's passion that will be your light. So let me go on to do a little bit of lecture on types of education, so that this helps you understand why we need this training at ChainDustry. We actually really need. If I give the opportunity to some of the instructors here to speak to you, some of them will tell you this is the best thing that can ever happen to you in your life. Okay, so but I agree to what they say, and I also agree to most of the students that come here and say, okay, ChainDustry has been one of the best things that happened to them since they started their education journey. So now I want to let you understand something. There are 5 dimensions of education, and there are also 5 financial levels, but I want to start with the 5 dimensions of education. And if you are somebody that is writing down, you might write down. And I'm also recording this session so that we can upload it on YouTube for people to watch again. So please write down if you want to write it down, and the session will still be uploaded on YouTube. So the first level, I did research and I found some content online that I can replicate and also reteach people at ChainDustry Academy. So the first level of education is the personal education. Personal education is where you do self-discovery. It's where you learn about yourself, learn about your strengths and your weakness. And that is where tech career counseling comes in. Tech career counseling comes in where you find out that, okay, you love designs, you love colors, you love marketing, you love this. Okay, you know that you have so much strength when it comes to marketing, and so much weakness when it comes to development. You have so much weakness when it comes to making videos. You have so much weakness, but when it comes to writing, your brain is on fire. So when you note these things, you know your strengths, you know your weaknesses, and where you should maximize where you have strengths, and avoid allowing your weaknesses to be like setbacks for you. Okay, so if you are going to maximize in a tech career where your weaknesses is quite large, you have to face it and become strong, because it's not like you cannot become strong in areas where you are weak. When you are left with no option, you need to become strong. Okay, in your personal education and personal studies, you find out that you are somebody that likes talking. You find out that you are somebody that likes like things about you, likes reading. You prefer to watch videos to learn than to read to learn. There are people like that. There are some people that their body systems can read books to learn very well, but they don't watch videos. But there are people that will do very well watching videos. I don't know. This is how you find out your strengths and your weaknesses, and maximize wherever your strengths and your weaknesses are. You know that you're an angry person. You don't want to get yourself in a situation where you get easily angry. You know you are a very generous person. You don't want to get to a situation where people exploit your generosity and your kindness, and so on. So this is personal studies. This is studies that comes from a brain of somebody who understands that he is not mad. Okay, like you can think, you can process. So these are things you do by observing, by learning, and by discovering yourself. When you discover yourself, you now can go further. But then we started academic education when all of us were very young. Some people got into nursery 1 from the age of 3, some even age of 2. Some started at Creechy at the age of 1 or 1.5. Anyhow, but whatever the case is, most people started around 3, 4, and for the old real OGs, they started around 5, and so on. But then we have been spending a longer time, a long period of our lifetime going through school. Okay, I think approximately, for those that have included masters, okay, I think you have spent at least 20 years of your life, if not more, than schooling, right from nursery school, doing only one sector of education. Because we have personal education, which is also supposed to be a very important aspect of education that you're supposed to maximize. And of course, academic education is also a very important aspect of education, because personal education and academic education are like the foundation and or the basis of all forms of other education. Every other education is built on top of these two. but people always ignore personal and do so much of academic education. So the academic education is what you know, a systematic education of going through what the government have set in place for you to go and learn and learn and learn. Okay, learn and learn and learn and learn, and then you beg to apply for a job at the end of the day. All right, without even teaching you that you have your own creativity, you can solve problems for the government, you can create companies, without giving you the enablement to even do that. But they take your tuition fee, give you education, and then tell you to apply to to a job that even after 30 years of service cannot cannot even afford to cover for someone's 1 month expenses. There are some people that are so rich that their 1 month expenses is more like your 30 years of service salary. It's that sad. It is very sad, and it's happening even here in Nigeria. But take for our youth our youth have. I like the fact that our youth have woken up more than the parents, the people that brought us up. So the wake up call now has made us to discover all other aspects. It's not like it didn't exist; it existed, but we are now realizing the importance. Academic education is also very important because without it, other forms of education which you acquire over time is not going to be useful. Okay, so academic and personal education is very, very good. I always vouch for school. Please go to school. But if you are just looking for only money, you might not need school. You might just need a learning environment where you can learn how to make that money. All right. So people that want to become medical doctors, people that want to become high-level professionals, that you must go through a systematic academic education. Please, you need to go to school because we need you guys there. We need doctors. We need high-quality people. We need teachers because even to teach, you need to learn how to teach in a school. We need teachers. We need all those kind of people. And then we also beg for the government, if some of them are going to join us, beg for the government to treat these people well, the teachers especially, the doctors and so on, the important roles. And of course, I think what is discouraging is that they are not always well paid. Okay, so if the government does well in their payments and of course improve their education and their training, is also going to be very good. So we spent over 20 years of our lives educating ourselves from nursery school down to tertiary, masters and so on, going through academic education. And another level of education is marketplace education. There's another one called financial education, and the last one here is called spiritual education. Now let me start with the last one, spiritual education. It is also very important because there are some things that science cannot explain. All right, and for most of us, we are religious. Most of us here, we are religious. Some people are Christians, some people are Muslims, some people are, I don't know, but I think the majority will be Christians and Muslims. But then but then if you are a Christian, if you are a Muslim, if you are a religious person among us, you know that spiritual education is also important. And spiritual education is what we get in schools, what we get in mosques, what we get in a spiritual learning environment, whereby you can learn about the spiritual aspect of life, which is also very important. And the other one, which I mentioned, which is known as the financial education. Financial education is what you need for financial literacy, because we find out that some people do very well in academic education, but you can graduate with first class from academic education, but then you have very poor financial literacy. Like your financial literacy is 1/10 compared to your academic education, and you find out that you still be poor. There's another aspect known as marketplace education. Marketplace education is the one that is supposed to let you understand demand, supply, value of the current marketplace. Demand, supply, and value. You know that there is a low demand for engineers, high supply for engineers, and the value is definitely dropping. Marketplace education will make you understand the importance of building business relationships and a network that you can sell your value. Marketplace education will make you understand the importance of being skilled as an expert, being known as an expert in any aspect of your career. If you are known as an expert, you will always have the ability to sell, especially if you build a good network that values you. You'll be able to sell to your network, and you need to sell. Marketplace education is something that should let you train how to sell. We have people graduating with first class, but they don't even know how to sell themselves as first class to get value for what they are. And it's not like their first class is highly valuable. They are just first class in academic education, but might even be third class in financial education, possibly third class in marketplace education, possibly third class in spiritual education. And if you are not of at least 50% high in terms of knowledge and all this aspect of education, you find out that you are not going to be successful and happy in life. There's no way you can be uh, if you are successful in academic education, successful in financial education, successful in marketplace education, those three aspects, you are definitely going to do well. And if you are also successful in personal education, where you have discovered your strengths and your weakness, in fact, if you are successful in all 5 dimensions of education that I've mentioned today, personal, academic, marketplace, financial, and spiritual education, if you are successful in all those aspects of education, you will be successful in life. You'll be happy with yourself. You'll definitely be rich, possibly wealthy if you know how to build wealth, and so on. So please learn those days. And with the internet, we have so much power in our hands, which we can now use to liberate ourselves. We can now use to learn all aspects. We can even stay in your church. Today is Sunday. I didn't go to church. I attended a live session online. Okay, so you can even do those things. I just connect my smart TV, also go to YouTube, went to my connect to a church, and I was happy. And I was still more in church. And they were account numbers in case you want, if in case you are thinking that people that don't go to church don't pay their tithes, give their offering, they will count numbers on screen, and you can make your transfers, and it will still be accepted. Okay, for the Christians, I'm just saying, I'm a Christian. So I'm telling you how powerful technology has come to be, that we can at society can attain the training online. So we are doing hybrid. So with the power in your hands, you should learn how to use it for your own good. Learn how to use the power in your hands for your own good. So acquaint yourself with all dimensions of education properly, so that you will be you will fit into the society. You will definitely be successful when you acquaint yourself with all aspects of education. Everybody's still learning. I myself am still learning. I'm just opportune to know some of these things before you, and I have to put in the work to keep on going and to keep on building. Okay, so I'm still learning, even as I have the opportunity or the privilege to teach you the little that I know. Okay, so going forward, I think I'm done with the aspect of education. The next one is finance. Finance is a very important aspect of our lives, and for you to be able to build wealth, which is actually what most people want to do, for you to be able to become rich and build wealth, because you need to become rich and build wealth first, you need to understand a lot about finance. And wealth can be of different forms, can be in terms of knowledge, can be in terms of money, can be in terms of assets, and so on. But then at the end of the day, wealth is built by acquiring assets and building assets, building a network. So it's not quite easy to build wealth. It's always involves a lot of long-term work. It involves a lot of long-term work. So I'm going to expose you guys or give you information about the financial levels that we have in life. And I noticed that because of financial levels, people's decisions are always influenced. We always have bad decisions, good decisions. 5 financial levels, and I think the last two, the bottom two financial level, if you try to draw it like a triangle or a pyramid, the bottom two financial level is where you find at least 70% to 90%. I'm not so sure, but from analysis that I've seen and data that I've collected, at least 70% of the Nigerian population are living in the last two financial levels that I'm going to mention. So the last financial level that I'm going to mention, but they have expenses, they have bills to pay, but they do not have any source of income. If your dad does not give you, your mom does not give you, your sponsor or your support does not give you, you will not have. If the person that used to give you urgent 2K, 3K does not give you, you will not have. And you notice that most people of this financial status do not have anything to give. They might have, but they don't know how to give to get financial rewards. Okay, so some do have but do not know how to give to get financial reward, but some do not even have, and some can feel so comfortable at that level, but that is the most discomfortable level that anybody can be with. But some people have been so used to it and they are now very comfortable at that level. But you need to know and at least graduate or move on to the next level. The next level is not also a very good level. but it's a level that is better than the last. So the next level here is the financial instability level. Yes, financial instability, I'm correct. So at this level, the financial instability level, you are going to get money coming in. Let's say you are working somewhere as a gateman or a bar attendant. These are people with smaller roles in the society, that their income is coming in, of course. They are giving in time for a low income that might not be able to take care of their expenses. Sometimes it's not like their expenses are too high, but these expenses are just necessary. But then the low amount of income that is coming in is still putting them in debt. It's still putting them to ask for somebody for loan, for debt. Uh, let's say you are earning 100 to the 100k so that you be stable. But if you cannot shape it in, let's say you have the no statistics, sometimes even when you shape it in, events happen, life events happen. Let's say somebody in your family dies, you are the first child, you have to do burial, and you are earning 100k a month. Where the hell are you going to get money? You have to go and start borrowing. Or you want to marry, you have reached the age where you're supposed to marry. I don't know, for Africans, we always reach the age we are supposed to marry. But then you don't have enough money, your family is putting you under pressure, you need to get married. Or maybe you are not even your family, you put yourself under the pressure of getting married by getting somebody's daughter pregnant. And all those factors, imagine you do not have enough to take care of the expenses that come with these responsibilities. You would find yourself being very unstable financially. And these two levels, financial instability, financial crisis, when you find yourself in these levels, you might have mental problems, you might be depressed, you might be very sad, you might be very random, turbulent, like a lot of things are going to happen to you. It's so hard to think straight at that level. At that level, most of your thinking is survive, because you are drowning financially. Most of your thinking is survive. So most times you take anything that comes to you when you are at this level. But the only way out of this level is human development. That is the only key out. Personal development, self-development, to break out of financial crisis and instability. When you develop, you are going to accumulate more value, and when you accumulate more value, you are going to exchange your value, which is known as the functional value, for monetary value. You learn this in the advanced class of ChainDustry when we start to teach you how to sell yourself. When you accumulate this value, you'll be able to exchange your functional value for monetary value. And your monetary value, let's say you are now an engineer who knows how to do this, who knows how to do this. You might not need to be an engineer, a professional, a graphic designer. Like what you see on my screen here was designed by a product designer. I know how much I have spent building this product. Okay, so these people get this money because of their value. They are valuable developers, they are valuable product designers, they are valuable this and that. So you have to spend your money on their value. But before they got here, there were moments where they spent. I think most of these guys have minimum of 5 years. I think there's one of them on the team that has at least 10 years of experience as a developer, full stack developer. Okay, so I'm paying for the experience, paying for the time, I'm paying for their value, their functional value. But there were moments when they were learning full stack development. There were moments the millions of naira is being spent, they are the ones receiving this value. And now when you have raised your value to a certain level, you notice that when you start trading off your functional value for monetary value of your expenses in such a way that what is coming in your income is higher than your expenses, and most times you have now money for you have to be very careful, because you can get trapped in this level and you can stay there for long. And this level is the most toxic level, in the sense that if you stay there and you are blind, you might just focus on saving, which is the most risky thing to do at this level. What you are supposed to do the most to go to the next level when you are at financial stability is to invest. Investing is the key up to going to the next level. Invest in yourself, invest in assets. Just go and look at the list of assets, but yourself is number one on that asset list. Real estate is an asset, business is an asset, all forms of things that generate revenue or value, as the case may be, is an asset. So start with yourself, develop, build a network, connect. That could be any millions. Some of them in other countries could be any a few $1,000s and so on. So you're able to afford a lot of things. You're no longer very broke, or you're no longer in those instability or crisis level. and then you stay stuck there, you stay very comfortable at this level, it becomes your comfort zone and you are trapped. So you don't do these things if you want to go out of that level. Make sure you invest, and we are going to teach you investments at ChainDustry, but our focus is going to be on digital asset investment and not the main other aspect of investment. I'm not good in all aspects, but at least I'm good, and my instructors are good at digital asset investment. So we are going to guide you through this path, which is an innovation for our generation. Internet assets, known as the digital assets and internet money, it's an innovation that the government do not understand, because the government are not people of our generation. If you notice anybody in the government that is from our generation, the person will definitely not be against the digital asset technology, because the mind is open. So those people, the people that are used to the papers and all those things, are trying to fight what they don't understand. Although there are crimes in the ecosystem, the digital assets ecosystem, they are supposed to come in to regulate so that bad actors do not take advantage of this technology. Make it in such a way that only good actors survive and make use of this technology quite easily. So the next level is financial independence. I need to explain that quickly. Financial independence, when you attain this level, you are able to take care of yourself, and even if you decide not to work again in life, if you decide not to work again for a certain period of time, let's say for a year, and you have income enough to take care of you, inflow of money, savings that can take care of you, that means you are financially independent. Even if you are not working again, you have a lot of money, and you notice that before you become financially stable, you have assets that are generating revenue. And that's why I said, to escape the financial stability level and go to the financial independence level, you need to invest, so that assets will be generating revenue for you in such a way that even if you don't want to work again, you are independent to stay off work and just have money coming in. All you just have to do, because there's no point where you completely not work. All you just have to do is to make sure that you are managing your investments and doing research, doing some work to make sure that your investment is going well. Okay, that's all you have to do at that level. And then the last level there is the financial freedom. The last level is still, before you reach that last level, is still through investment. All right, so let's say we are financial independence level, where you can take care of yourself even when you are not working again. You now reinvest your profits again and again, expanding your channels of income in such a way that your money is now too much. You are now financially free, that even if you want to, we have 29 people on this call, that even if you want to give 1,000 people or 29 people on this call scholarships worth $1,000, you can give them scholarship worth $1,000 for 3 years of their lives, and at that level. But then there's still another level to go to, financial freedom. And when you are trying to express your financial freedom, where if you want to do some giveaway, please come to ChainDustry. We have a lot of students that are looking for scholarship and sponsorship. Come and sponsor us. And I hope with Web3, most of us will be able to scale through this level of finances, because Web3 doesn't limit, it brings finances from across the world to your doorstep, to your mobile phone, to your laptop. People's money from US, UK, without fraud. We don't need to do fraud or Yahoo or anything to take this money. You just need to give value. I have received Koreans, Netherlands, Lithuania, and so on. There's so many platforms, like just through my wallet, and I can exchange it for Naira via the P2P platforms that the government is accusing is causing to some level. That's a story for another day, please. But this income come through cryptocurrency, and I've invested into different digital assets. I've connected with different people. Web3 now makes the world a global village, where bad economy in your country due to bad leadership might not totally affect you. It will affect you, but not totally, as somebody who is solely dependent on that economy. You are now dependent on the global economy. If things are going well in China, a lot of Chinese clients will be paying you for your value. If things are going well in the US, the same thing. Things are not going well in Korea will stop paying you for now, and then you still have clients network you are built in China, in Japan, in Indonesia, everywhere. That's the pay. Life is going on, except maybe a world war is going on that everybody is being affected economically. Okay, so, but in a situation where Nigeria is facing serious trouble now, I don't even know that Nigerians are facing. Things are bad, things are hard. So you can still explore with digital skill. You can explore outside. This is the reason why people leave the country, because they want to go and see greener pastures where they can earn from good economies. Sometimes the US, UK, a lot of Nigerians go to the UK and other countries where the economies are good, so that they can accumulate value based on that economy and then give value on that economy to earn. As a graphic designer, you might be earning low as a Nigerian here in Nigeria. As a developer, you might be earning low if you are giving your value in the Nigerian market. But if you cross over to the international market, like the UK market, US market, you might have a higher value. You might have a higher price for your value. To accumulate enough value so that when you go down to the question to continue your training with us here at ChainDustry. I don't know if it is still recording. Just in case this thing is still recording. I think it's still recording. I've joined back. Is it showing my screen? Oh my god. Is it showing my screen now? Can you guys hear me? Sorry, I got a bit disconnected. Academy, let's quickly do that so that we go down to question and answers. We might not record the question and answers so that the file will not be too large. So the first thing is ChainDustry Academy gives you training on loan, gives you digital skill training on loan. We currently have blockchain development available at ChainDustry Academy, digital marketing and sales, data analysis. We also have trading and investment masterclass. We have about 5 disciplines, and at ChainDustry Academy you can combine 2 disciplines, but there are some that you cannot combine. If you can combine trading and investment with any other discipline. The reason why we allow trading and investment open for all is for financial literacy, because we want our students to be exposed to financial literacy, for international market, foreign market, forex market. Those things are important so that you know what to do with your money when you are facing economic pain, and they'll be taking network. I'll switch to my Airtel again. This is Sorry, is my screen back up? Can you see my screen again? Oh my god. Living in Nigeria, the Nigerian internet. I have to wait. Let me try Starlink again. I think Starlink has connected me back. Alright, sorry, I'm fighting with my network. The rain has stopped and Starlink is working again. I don't know if you can see my screen so that I can quickly finish up and take on questions. Oh, Starlink is still...
No.
You can't see my screen. My Starlink internet is still having the same issue like before, but I think you can still hear me.
Yes.
Alright,
yes, we can hear you.
So at this point, it's not really important that I share my screen again. So I think I've explained for the most part about the ChainDustry Academy. And the classes, time for classes is from 10 a.m. Time for classes from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. Now during your basic class, there'll be no master class or intermediate class happening. There'll be no class happening in the evening time because we used to have classes in the morning and the evening. So if you are learning online from 10 a.m., you should be connected with us. The link will be shared here. So whatever is happening on site in class, you are going to see the screen of the instructor for that day, and there will be times where you can ask your question. There will be an instructor moderating you guys to mute people that are going to be making noise during class, because I'm very sure there will be people that will mute to interfere with the class. So there will be somebody to mute you. So please try and mute your mic, because if they mute you manually, the person has to unmute you before you can ask your question, and that might be a problem for you. So try not to unmute by mistake or intentionally to make noise in class, and ask question only when the question is necessary so that you don't get muted. So classes starts from 10 a.m. that day and ends by 2 p.m. Now in June, when you start your intermediate class, because basic class is going to take the whole of May, we have 3 weeks for basic class to introduce you to take, counsel you on take your choice of take career and so on. And after that, you are going to go into your intermediate training. When you start your intermediate training, you're also going to start your master class. Master class is where you are going to accumulate the skills, blockchain development, design, and so on. But before you go into the intermediate / master class level, you have to make a commitment into ChainDustry investment, a minimum of $10. You can commit as much as you want, let's say 20, 30, because it's to your own advantage. The more you commit, the more advantage you have. Because let's say you commit $80 into ChainDustry investment, and we make an investment that does 10x, that generates $300 for you in 18 months or 2 years, 24 months, depending on how long the investment lasts. If your tuition fee was just $200, ChainDustry Academy will take only $200 and then return $100 to you. Let's say you invest the whole, let's say you invest up to $100 and 10x happens on $100. That means you're going to have returns of $1,000, and ChainDustry Academy just takes the $200 and give you $800. So that's how it simply works. So the more you invest, the more advantages for you. But and then it's a win-win at the end of the day, because when you invest this $100, investment is a risk. I'm not going to say that everything is going to turn out very well, and the investment doesn't turn out very well where the money you invested is lost. That kind of case is going to be very rare at ChainDustry. But in a case where the money you invested is lost, whatever your money you invested that will be lost will be used to reimburse your tuition fee. The investment is a collateral for your tuition fee to show that you're going to pay. So let's say you invested $20 into digital asset to help you clear your tuition fee when the time is due, and then the $20 got into a bad investment. So if you're owing ChainDustry $200, it will now be $200 minus $80. But this should not discourage you from investing again with ChainDustry, because there will be different rounds of investment, and we always advise students to diversify. You're going to learn it at ChainDustry, diversification of investment portfolio, to diversify into different rounds of investment, so that even if the other one goes bad, there is no problem for you, because there will be another investment, still maybe $20 or $30 that has generated over $300 or $400, covering your loss of $20 on this other side. So it's going to be a win-win at the end of the day. It's not like everything is going to be very, very, very smooth, but it's going to be a win-win at the end of the day. And also, if you invest $10 into ChainDustry or $100, we always, no matter the amount you invest, any amount you invest, we charge you a 5% management fee, because we are the experts that are going to research for these investment opportunities that are very good for you. So we charge a 5% management fee, and we use that 5% management fee to join the investment round with you. So more details will be shared with you when you start your academy training, where you see the investment rounds, the previous ones, the spreadsheet and stuff like that, and where we are on our investments and how you can participate, stuff like that. So the investment is still open even when you have finished your training with ChainDustry. At that time, you are savvy, you are well informed about the digital assets market. Sometimes you might even be doing it on your own for yourself. So even after clearing your tuition fee at ChainDustry, you are still free to remain as a community member and investor at ChainDustry, getting revenue or returns on investment for digital assets that you invested with ChainDustry. So let's say you invested $10, your principal is going to be $9.5 because of the 5% management fee charge. We are the one scouting, we are the one making deals with different Web3 projects so that we can bring very good investment to your doorsteps. I've been in talks with different companies trying to get investment opportunities for people at ChainDustry, because investment is actually very, very, very lucrative, especially Web3 investments. For your information, people who invested in Polygon, private sale or seed sale or Polygon blockchain, that's matches, in 2018 are currently sitting on a 1000x profit. And if you do your math properly, if somebody invested $50 into Matic and your ROI is currently 1000, I think it's more than 1000 now, but the last time I checked, so $50 on that is $50,000. And at the time, 2018, for those that are Nigerian, $10 was equals to 35 naira. So let's say you took this decision. That's why I said investment is very, very patient. You took these decisions 5 years ago and you invested 3,500 naira, or let's say 50 times dollar was 350 at this time, black market, not even the official bank rate, that's 17,500 naira. And now $50,000, I don't know today's rate, but I think I'll assume at the lowest possible for today's rate, which is 1,350. The ROI on this is about 67.5 million naira, is what your 75 would have generated for you in just 5 years. But it's not quite easy to grab those private rounds. You wouldn't be able to enter that private round with $50 because you are a retail investor. And that's why we at ChainDustry collect small funds from small investors, and now we become institutional. I think currently we have over $10,000 worth of investment fund at ChainDustry. And over time, let's say in the next few years of building, I'm pretty sure we'll have over $100,000 to $200,000 worth of investment, and we can now be entering these rounds together, splitting out the profits across. I am now decentralizing through ChainDustry investment. We are decentralizing the wealth that is always clustered around the wealthy people to even the poorest of our generation. Because at least if you can afford $10 to assure us that we will train you, that you are going to, like, this is your collateral. If we train you at ChainDustry to have a skill, then you can give us this collateral to stay with us. This is the possibilities, but this took 5 years. There are sometimes that after 5 years it can be 20x, 30x, 40x, 100x. Sometimes after 5 years the project is dead. Okay, so that's where our duty comes in. That's why we charge you 5%, because we do expert level due diligence. We analyze. Can you guys still hear me? Disconnected back to this Starlink is unstable, and it's disconnected back to, and after this call I need to go and reset the Starlink. I'll quickly take questions and then alright, I'm really having a bad day with my internet. Starlink, everything. I think the sound is back, so this Starlink should be stable now. What's the issue? I need to reset it. So today I'm having a really bad day with my internet. Well, I'm going to reset my Starlink. So that's just how it works. Okay, so when you come into your training, I think during your training that you'll be well informed in more details, because this is just an orientation program. And I'm going to stop the recording here so that the file is not too large, and then we get ready for questions. So if you have questions, you can ask them. Start asking. You can unmute and ask your question one after another, please.